And when you say things like, I only date white girls, what you're saying is every other person of every other race has features that are the same, that I don't find attractive, and you don't give them their humanity. You don't see them as humans with personalities.
Are you serious?
Things that you can love about them. You see them as what they look like, and that is it. And you're missing out. You're missing out.
So this brown woman is lamenting about white men in New Zealand refusing to give her a chance in dating. And that's kind of weird, but maybe she has a point. Now, apart from the fact that she feels they're missing out, she's especially sad when the white men say to her face that they only date white women, or give the weak excuse that they don't go for brown girls. She feels such comments are hurtful as they belittle her.
And for some reason, that warrants white men to say things like, my friends only date white girls, or they'll say things like, oh, you're not one to go for brown girls. They'll say that to their friend when I'm standing right there and I haven't done anything. I'm just standing there. And I know that I'm beautiful, but in this country, New Zealand, I'm not the beauty standard, and that's okay. You don't need to find me beautiful. That's not what I'm asking. What I'm asking you to do is to please not go out of your way to tell me that I'm undesirable when I haven't done anything. I have a hard enough time in this country being a person of colour, and believe me, I'm trying my very best to put on a brave face and represent for the brown girls. I'm fighting for us to have a seat at the table, for people to give us a chance. But when you're with your lads and you're making comments like that about me, and you just expect me to stand there and not burst into tears, it's really hard for me to do.
It's obvious to me that she basically wants white men to be open-minded to the option of dating women like her too, instead of repeatedly overlooking them as just brown girls because of their skin color. She's telling them that she is more than her skin color, and has been trying hard to prove that.
It doesn't matter what I do, I'm having to fight for my humanity as a brown person to get you to accept that I'm more than just the color of my skin. I am a person, I have an emotion, I have emotions, I have a personality, I'm smart, I'm intelligent, but you reduce me to the color of my skin, and that's all you expect from me. But this is me asking you and your white friends, your male friends, to just like be a little bit more open-minded and empathetic when it comes to making racist or racially insensitive comments and passing them around your friends, especially if a person of color is standing right there like, come on, please, give me a fucking break.
She also wants white men to call out their friends who make racially insensitive comments as a way to dismiss brown girls. She believes that such racism is a big deal and wants them to realize how awful that makes her feel about herself, and she promises to quit chasing white men, which is hard to believe.
But I notice that instead of talking to each other, you'll turn to me and you'll tell me to not worry about it, to calm down, it's not a big deal. And it's like, it is a big deal to me. Your comments hit deep because they're not just your comments, they're comments from a lot of other people as well. Calling out your friends can be as simple as just saying, that was a weird comment, please don't say that again. And I promise you, I won't try to pursue you, but I'll buy you a fucking drink if you stick up for racism and you're around me, because like, it's never been done before, unfortunately, and I always end up like this. But yes, white men, please realize the power of your words, and please, I'm begging you, honestly.
Tristan Tate says, I'd date a brown 9. She's a brown 3. I'm not sure color is the issue. They act like they have a right to my white penis, which can make blonde-haired and blue-eyed children. How do white incels exist when you see how pathetic and desperate women of color are? That's a good question, honestly. Isn't it crazy how much white men are considered a hot commodity for brown women, while modern Western women, especially liberal white women, shit on men like this?
So there's this clip going viral online of a dozen women being asked the following question: do we need men? Most answered very quickly, no. So why do you think that is?
Because men are useless.
I beg your pardon?
Broadly speaking, I feel like men have proven largely useless, like I think in the political moment.
I mean, and by the way, I want to differentiate between straight men and gay men, because I think I would die without gay men.
Excuse me, the ABC network, which is hosting this show, would have canceled the show if it were a panel of men saying that women are useless. I see the producer right there. I wonder what you think about this one. Y'all would have called them misogynists, and the media would have destroyed the lives of those men. That's something to reflect on. And aside from that, everything you just said were emotional responses, but that's to be expected from a low IQ panel.
Good job, my brother. We rocking with you.
The problem with Western media's obsession with constantly shitting on men like that is that eventually even older women buy into the propaganda and delusion. They become dissatisfied with their partners seeing them as inadequate, and some even divorce, chasing the fantasy lie that they'd be happier single or would find someone much better.
Why get a divorce after 25 years of marriage? The short answer is because it is not too late to be happy. And I finally got to a point at the beginning of the year where I decided that it wasn't too late to be happy. I still have, hopefully, many more years left, and I would like to be happy for those years.
1 week later.
I'm just not strong enough to fight this one by myself. I don't know what to do.
The show goes on!
She got a divorce because TikTok and her girlfriends told her to. Men will sacrifice their happiness for the family. Women will sacrifice the family for the sake of their own happiness. Here's a picture of her happy husband in the Philippines. Damn, this is one of the worst I've seen. They all go from superwoman to super victim real quick. Honestly, modern Western women are a different beast these days. Just listen to what they say on podcasts, and you'll understand why they don't see men as worth anything anymore.
Even though I'm alpha, and even though I've always been alpha, like alpha women still want a man to lead. If Andy would not be an alpha, I would have trampled all over him. I would have had him like a puppet. I would have done whatever I wanted with him. I don't want that. I didn't want that. I would have gotten sick of him and just been like, okay, there's a misconception on being good to the family doesn't mean you have to be a suck up. Like, it's not that. You have to like stand your ground.
The fuck is an alpha woman anyways? There's no such thing as alpha women. There are good girls and bad girls. And then there's this.
I am learning that I need somebody who can, for the lack of better words, put me in my place.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was going to say. Put me in my place. Yeah. That's exactly it.
And it doesn't mean, you know, he's going to come home and beat me, because I think that's where people's minds go to. But he needs to have very strong boundaries.
Yes.
Because I find a lot of Western men don't have strong boundaries.
Yes.
So it's just like, whatever you say goes. And I can't have that, because I know myself, I will lose respect for you. If you can't say no to me, 100%. I will lose respect.
So, if he behaves like a gentleman, you'll just abuse him accordingly? Now, I don't want people to get a lopsided impression here. It's not just white women shitting on men, it's a Western women thing.
Not usually, but I really like the outfit. You look really nice, like your swag is on point. I usually go for someone taller, a bit taller. You know, I feel like I'm a tall girl. I'm not too tall, but like, you know, just a little bit. So I like, you know, someone who's up here for me. Okay. Yeah, that's really it.
Like how tall?
Like,
cause I'm 6'3", so I mean,
really?
I'm above average. Way above average.
I mean, I don't really want to say like 6'5". Usually, you kind of look a little bit, you know, not as tall, I would say.
We don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
That's why passport bros became a hot topic 3 years ago. Foreign women just can't get enough of these Western men. Let me know your thoughts. Does this brown woman have a point or nah?